Steamy, erotic, sexy. Acts that you might deem best kept behind closed doors and under the blanket is making it to the MRT, buses, and car park lots. Public display of affection or PDA is getting more outrageous. Testosterone raging youths are going so far as engaging in acts such as heavy petting in full view of strangers. Is this a sign of our youths embracing liberalism, or are we heading towards moral decadence? And the men on the streets are not the only ones subjected to PDA. The guys sitting behind the computer screen can now watch these free shows too. Photos and videos of PDA are posted on the web every now and then for the netizens' viewing pleasure. And these photos, after causing a big uproar on the internet, now make it to the mainstream media. Should the public take photos of these PDA acts and post it online? And what happens to these uniform-clad youths after they attract an avalanche of viewership hits?
站住！
这样子好不好？快下来！
没有用了，我的全部都给人家看光了，以后要怎样活下去
Tonight, Point Blank shall tackle these touchy issues.
Hi, welcome to another edition of Point Blank, and I'm Kristine.
And I'm Shi Ting, and joining us tonight to talk about public display of affection are, of course, youths. Okay,
Yay.
on my right, there is Nicole.
Say hi, Nicole.
Hello.
And there's Mervin.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Jeanette over here.
Okay, and we have the dashing Mr. Vishal. And of course, our lovely Sarah. Alright, so are you guys all from, you guys are all in school, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's just have like a quick show of hands. Who's for and against PDA?
Okay,
guys.
no. Okay, here.
Okay.
There's like 5 levels of PDA.
Okay.
From kiss, on the cheek, hug, French kiss, caress, grope, or heavy petting if you would like.
Okay.
So, where do you draw the line? Who is, for just kissing or hugging
On the cheek.
on the cheek?
Kissing and hugging on the cheek?
That's all?
Kissing on the cheek, okay? Okay. Sarah? Okay. Okay, how about the next level? Caress.
Yeah.
What do you mean by caress?
Caress as in like just, touching the ass, maybe touching the
Okay. Like lightly touching it or like squeezing it?
It's up to you.
That would be groping.
Yeah, that's groping. Okay, so caress is sort of like just jerking
Yeah,
it.
just stroking it.
Caressing?
Who's
I
for
mean, in
caressing?
dark places.
Oh, okay. Is that from experience?
Probably, yeah.
Oh.
Well, by the way, we have a couple over here.
Yeah.
They can talk
If
about
you
their
haven't
experience
guessed.
later.
Okay, how about you guys? Caressing?
Caressing is alright as long as the couple is hot.
Okay. What if they're like butt ugly?
I'll be like, okay, and I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
Hey, double standards.
Yeah,
Against ugly people.
I think it really depends where you are. So in different situations, maybe different standards apply. So if you're in a club, it would differ from whether you're, out on the streets or something of the sort.
Okay, for the benefit of our discussion tonight, let's put it as like on the streets, in the car park, those, that we see on
Public places.
yeah,
Public
public
places,
places,
basically.
Yes, rather than,
So broad daylight. Caressing. Sarah looks scandalized. Can you zoom on Sarah's face? Look at her face. It's so funny.
It was the videos, like, I can't believe it. What's the word
Okay,
coming
what do
to?
you think, Sarah? Caressing in public.
Like, how long is it?
A long pet, or is it like,
Well, I guess like stroking like your partner's butt or something. I don't know.
Okay, for 5 minutes?
Okay, no. 5 minutes, no.
No.
Okay. So if it's like more than 5 minutes.
No.
Maybe less than 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. What about groping?
Roping.
Sarah's the fan.
Well, if it's in a public place, I guess it's not appropriate because there are kids and stuff.
Okay, what about if it's a public place but it's quiet?
It's quiet.
Like nobody.
Okay,
For
you can
example,
see
in
the
the
cog
garden.
like turning in his head.
No. It's not good.
Get it out of you.
Okay, what about Nicole?
Well, because like you do actually see groping happening, but like I don't exactly think it's appropriate. But you know, like probably when you have your cheeky moments in the lifts and in the movie, yeah, it happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think is the motivation behind it? Why do people do it in the first place?
To be seen, I think.
To be seen.
I think like, you know, like you do something and, you know, look at me, I have a hot boyfriend, I have a hot girlfriend. Just stare at me, you know, center of attention, and I think it's more like look at me than anything else. What
like
do you think?
exhibitionist?
Exhibitionist, yeah.
I guess, you know, like it could be, if you have a hot boyfriend, it could be, you know, look at me, but there are some cases where, you know, the parents don't know they have a girlfriend or boyfriend, they can't bring them home, so there's nowhere else to do it, so like, you know, public places and stuff.
I see.
Definitely speaking from experience.
No, it could very easily just be a genuine sign of affection. I mean, there's no reason to downplay something as simple and straightforward as that. I'm just happy to see you.
And then you grope.
That's when you're really happy to see her. That's when it's all about the levels.
Yeah.
But how do you feel like when you see couples who do it?
Does it bother you? Do you
Yeah.
feel disgusted? Okay, Sarah.
Okay, it depends on where, like on the bus.
When they're like making out and
Okay, I've seen like the guy and button the girl standing at the corner of the bus. That's a bit like gross.
yeah,
It's quite disturbing because it's like school hours and you see a lot of
primary school kids on the bus as well, and they just don't care, and they're in school uniform as well.
Okay. Of course, if you are in school uniform, that's even worse because you might tarnish the image of your school. Okay, so what do you think?
I think it depends on one's sensitivity of what's around them. So I think that if there are more people, if there are children, families, I mean, if you're in a family restaurant or something of the sort, you won't be groping someone else. That's just inappropriate. So it's really relative. It's really subjective. It depends on where you are and who's around you.
Okay. So it
that's
seems
my take
like
on
you
it.
are okay with, you know.
Yeah, I think that it
groping,
depends
harassing.
on what your definition of privacy is as well. I mean, if you're you can be in the most open or public places like the Botanic Gardens or Orchard Road, and if there's no one around you, and if you feel like you're in a private place,
Why not?
why not?
Okay.
Okay, well, it's not really that the issue of PDA in itself as well, but you know, nowadays, as we've seen in the VT, right? Like today with the internet age and all, people can just like freely snap a photo of you like doing that, and so what was considered private moment, as Vishal said, a few years ago, is now just a free for all for the public. So, what do you guys think about that?
Is it right to post it on the internet
Yeah.
for everybody to see? Starting from here.
Well, I think some people, like, you know, you already have, like, pictures of, like, couples kissing on the internet as well. So it makes it more acceptable. I mean, maybe it's because we're an Asian country, so therefore it's more conservative. So probably posting something like this on the internet, it's probably considered a bit shocking. However, like what we're doing is, like, we keep getting influenced by, like, other countries. So probably in another country, like probably the States, it would have been like acceptable. It would just be normal. Yeah.
That's a very interesting point you make because, like, let's say 5 to 10 years ago, it wouldn't be acceptable to even hold hands or to be seen hugging each other on the streets. But now it's very acceptable. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, but so are we moving towards like maybe one day we'll be groping each other on the streets and this is no big deal. It's a norm.
What do you guys think?
I mean, perhaps it's not uncommon to see something like that in European countries, for instance. I mean, you can be walking in Paris or something of the sort and see this going on in the gardens around the Eiffel Tower and places like that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it because the standards of morality evolve just as society does, and if that's where we're going, then there's nothing to stop it from happening.
Yes, that's right. And Jeanette, you have you have studied in Australia before.
Yeah, I did for 2 years. I just came back in July, like this July. Yeah, I mean, there are people groping on the streets, they're like touching, they're like making out with their clothes on. I think it's really okay. As you said, like, it's a different country and all. But they don't do it like in public places, like on the buses where there are a lot of people. They do it like in car parks, and, like, you know, like dark places. I think that's alright in dark places, but not like out in the open, like in front of school or something like that.
Okay.
Do you guys think that like the stigma is just something that we attach to it, that in itself it doesn't really mean anything or is not really bad inherently? It's just something that we think it's bad, and so that's why, you know, Sarah?
I
I think it's bad when you see it, like you said, it depends on where it is. Like, I really don't think it's appropriate to be doing it in public places where there are children around, or like, yeah, especially children, because to them when they grow up, it's just be, oh, look, mom, that's normal. So like, yeah, I can just do it. Like, maybe sometimes like 14 years old, my cousins, they're like, I don't know what they're doing with their girlfriends or boyfriends anymore. So it's quite scary how like we're evolving from the traditional mindset and stuff.
Okay, that's right. And back to the topic of, being on the internet and all those photos, do you think, because like we have seen it, we are looking at all these photos more and more on the internet, so is it like one day it's going to be, because of the internet, it's making PDA much more acceptable?
What do you guys think? Or do you guys think that, like, because we see it a lot on the internet, and like, do you think it's really as bad as it seems? Or do you think that it's sort of just hyped up because, there are like few cases that we see there that are really outrageous?
I think it probably started because, you have like a lot of magazines, a lot of blogs posting of like sexual escapades that they actually have done. So probably like, it could be where like everyone's trying to top each other in it, and like the internet, PDA, people snapping pictures are just like paparazzi. So it's just like, I'm my new Hollywood actress, so I have my own pictures on net and stuff. Like, kids kind of stem it from like when like Paris Hilton and like the rest of the movie stars actually have like scandalous pictures like that. So they might get the idea from there.
So influence from television. Yeah. How about Marvin?
Well, I don't know. For now, it just, everyone makes it out to be a bad thing because, all the staircase where they are like almost naked and stuff. But I guess if you talk about PDA, there are different forms. Like if you see on the street, some are okay, some are bad. It's just the naked ones that, spoil the like black sheep of the whole thing. So, yeah.
Okay. But actually they choose places that they thought are private until somebody chanced upon them and take their photos, take videos, and post it on the internet. What do you think is the mentality of those people who take those footage?
Yeah, like, why would they take the time?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, if you walk past someone and they see your staircase and they can't see you, I would take it, but I might not post it on the internet. I would just stare.
Are you
for
sure?
A while. No, I'll just stare like, what to do, stare, and then it'll be a joke share among friends. Okay. But posting on the internet, I think you can't stop it. It's just a moral issue. Like, I wouldn't post it on the internet, but I don't know, maybe some of other people would post on the internet.
Yeah, I agree. I think these people are, I think it's malicious actually to do something like that, especially without anyone's knowledge. It's one thing to chance upon these people. I know that they're taking the risk that someone might snap a photo of them or see them or catch them, in flagrant, in red-handed. But it's wrong to take a picture of something like that and post it in a public forum for all to see. The only motivation you could have to do something like that is out of some sort of malicious intent to do something. I mean, right at the start of this show, you showed this promo video of all of these people. They wouldn't be very happy to see their faces plastered all over television. And I think that there's something fundamentally wrong about that as well, to air something like that so publicly.
Okay. What do you think, Sarah?
I agree with him. But I think that let's say if they really do want to take it, they should never post it online. It's like posting your own self online for others to view is very different from posting somebody else's like naked body, because you're like invading their own privacy. Like the body is supposed to be like maybe for herself or her partner just to see, but by posting online, you basically spread it like throughout the entire world.
Okay, let me be the devil's advocate. I'm posting it because I think this is wrong. You shouldn't have threesome in a carpark lot. So I'm going to show it to everybody to say that this shouldn't be done. This is wrong. What do you have to say to that?
I think
you could be just jealous.
Oh, okay.
That's a better answer than I had. Excellent.
So whoever posted it isn't just getting any, that's why.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they would understand if they were getting any, if someone would take a picture of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I understand where you're going.
Okay.
Wait, you were saying, Nicole?
I mean, like, because how blogs are getting bigger and bigger, so like people keep wanting to post information in your blogs and get more viewership and people who actually view your blogs. So if you have something interesting on your blog, more people are gonna look at it. I mean, so like possibly if you have like a very scandalous picture in your blog, it'll be like word of mouth will travel and everyone's gonna look at your blog. So
Yeah.
I think in 2 words, sex sells, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sex sells.
Yeah.
That's it. You know?
That's why we're doing this program. Well, so do you think that people want to be, taken photographs?
Well, yeah, since you guys mentioned that maybe they're doing it for attention anyway, so do you think that they would mind?
I think this brings back to where it's taken, like in a really public place. If they're doing it, yes, I think they want to be seen. But if like not so public place like car park, staircase, I think like he said, like you have nowhere else to do it,
Yeah.
So it just depends on where actually, how public it is actually.
So is it right, since they don't want to be seen and yet they're seen and they are taken photograph of and put on the internet for so many thousand people to watch? Is it right to do that?
I think it's wrong, but I think there's nothing much you can do to stop it, because the internet is just a platform. The very basis of the internet is that free information, free for all. You can post anything you want, you can download anything you want. I think the medium is just that's the beauty of the medium, and also the biggest disadvantage of the medium. But I think there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. So it's a double-edged sword, the internet. Okay, when we come back, we will talk to the men on the street and see what they think about public display of affection. See you later.
Go, stick around.